on this episode of Shooting the Shit with Saints.
We're live now. We're live. Okay.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
We're live. All right, so we live with Carlos. To give background with me and Carlos, we had like a few classes or a class together in high school. We had like DM previously on Twitter and like kept in touch. We ain't no best friends or nothing. I don't like having debates with my best friends because we gonna start calling we like, that's why your mom's an alcoholic and shit. Like, bro, we don't need to do that. Right? So we're talking about rap beef. It's up. We were just talking about our goats being basically gone, not making much music anymore. And I say, yeah, Nas, I don't like to pause the music while I'm listening to go back and hear what he said because I'm getting nothing out of this song outside of the lyrics, which is fine. I respect that. And then Carlos comes back with, people said that about Kendrick. Now, this is my rebuttal to that. It's just like, to me, with Kendrick, by the way, I'm a Kendrick fan. I've just listened to Drake since I found Drake when I was 11 on MySpace, bro. I am the one who put my homies on Drake when I was 11 or 12, right? With Kendrick, I love Kendrick's music. I love everything he stands for with his music. I don't like how his fans twist everything into everything being a concept album. It's like
That's true. All right, I can get it.
You get what I'm saying? Like the concept album thing, but it's real. I'm just saying it seems over exaggerated a little bit. But once again, every time I listen to a Kendrick album, other than his last one, I'm satisfied. I'm like, yo, damn, amazing. Good Kid, Mad City, amazing. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is a great album. And when the GOATs put out quote unquote duds, they're amazing albums. I don't know how to explain it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because, the expectation is different. Like, it's a ghost dud is probably someone's like, that shit.
Yes, and people think that is a stupid point to make, and I think it's the only point to make. People were shitting on Braun, right, to make a GOAT comparison. They're like, yeah, Braun washed. He got swept in the Western Conference Finals. I'm like, bro, he made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals, and now y'all are saying he's washed. That's crazy work.
Yeah, I don't like that shit either.
I don't either. I hate on everybody. I'm a generational hater on everything. But I just, yeah. Carlos said we had some things to address about what he saw on my timeline. What if you remember them or you have to go look at them? What were the ones that really stood out to you? Was it me calling him Compton Steve Urkel? Which one was it?
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Which one was it?
It just, to point one out, it was just funny because when Maul was like going on his rant.
Yes.
And I think he retweeted something. It's just like, what, people can't have no passion no more? I mean, you can have passion, but that man was sipping syrup, the Canadian syrup,
bro. He crashed out.
He did.
And I love that podcast, and I think he's hilarious. I love all that shit. But he was crashing out. And the thing is as I've gotten older, and I'm 30 now, I realize, like, even if I have, like, a glimpse of a thought of that, I go, like, nah, we're not doing this.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a glimpse of a thought of that. So, let's get into the rap beef.
Let's do it.
We really freestyle in here. I don't write down questions and shit. I really just try to have a conversation. So, obviously, the leading question, this is a hard one. Who won the beef?
Come on.
See,
I need you to answer this.
No, it's dog. It's not a debate. I have a lot more qualms than who won the beef. Drake obviously lost. And anybody debating that is a nut. But it's the way it was spoken about how he lost, right?
Yeah. And the conversation around it is weird. Yeah.
Yes, it's very weird. And my main like thesis point on the whole beef was I don't give a fuck about lying in rap beef. I don't give a shit about lying, right? But it felt like, but this is the whole thing. Like I'm gonna go into a fucking rabbit hole of talking to myself. The whole thing with Kendrick is, as Drake calls him the Black Messiah, there's a reason why Kendrick, everything he says, people believe, bro. because he built that up and he built that reputation. That's the whole thing. I don't care about lies. My thesis is, I don't think people gave Drake. I'm not in this lose-lose situation shit. I don't think people gave a fuck what Drake was rapping about. At the end of the day, they were like, "Oh, that's a good song. He rapping." I'm like, bro, Family Matters is fucking crazy. What are y'all talking about? He's just rapping. That's it. Like, what? That was my main qualm. I just didn't think anybody was giving him the respect as a rapper because he was going against who he was going against. If that makes sense.
No, it does. It makes sense.
But
my rebuttal is look at this one we hear, baby. This one we hear. My rebuttal is I feel like because all right, let me take this angle.
Yeah.
Do you think there is a Drake burnout currently?
I don't know if that can exist, but I think even I had for a stan of Drake, but not a weirdo stan on Twitter that's 18.
Right.
I think there is a burnout because of what he's had to produce I think he's kept the light bills on for hip hop for a long time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I think the burnout is real. Like, dude, when I heard For All the Dogs, I think I listened to that album twice and didn't revisit it for like another week. Like, I was just like, all right, this is just another standard Drake album. I think even me, like, for me to say that is a big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I do think there is a Drake burnout, and I think Kendrick is so smart because I think he feels that, and then
he played into it for sure.
Yes, and then he was like, "Yo, he's on tour. This is the time to kind of snap at him." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yes, I do think there is a Drake burnout. To your point.
And to that point, I feel like you already have the Kendrick stans that are gonna ride with Dot no matter what.
Yep.
Like Drake could have spit the best verses, and I think he did. I think some of his best shit was in this, and that's what happens. Like iron sharpens iron, you know. But I feel like you have to deal with those stans, and then you have to deal with the casuals that want to see him, that don't like him too. You know what I mean? So I feel like it was always kind of lopsided.
It was
in that way. Yeah, I feel like it was lopsided in that way. I do think he got beat up. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, he did.
He got beat up. He was fighting back. It wasn't I won't say it's a wash, like people said. I mean, while we're here, I think how many diss songs did they put out each?
Guys, see, that was my thing. They put out, I think it was 5 or 6 apiece.
Yeah.
Which
I have Drake taking one round.
Yes. Me as well. I think it was one. Like, if you went track for track. Because what was funny was I liked push-ups a lot, and I did not like the fucking two-sided bullshit that came with push-ups.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, wait, this is kind of bad because it wasn't mixed when it leaked, right?
Yes.
And then it came out with, bro, mixing and mastering does something to a song, bro. I tell you what, it does, bro. You put the right hi-hats on it, the right beat, all that shit. And then it was hard to everybody.
It was.
But then everybody was like, nah, he was putting it out to see what people would think. And they thought it was trash. Or they thought it was good.
Are you in there? Are you in the camp of he just kind of put it out there to test the waters?
I'm not. I think Drake has had, for a superstar rapper in a generation where a lot of shit does not get leaked, he is known for leaks.
Yes.
His shit gets leaked on the fucking monthly, bro. The Drake stands have a fucking Drake leak tracker Twitter. He has so many tracks leaked.
Yes.
That's what, like, the one with Benny the Butcher never came out. That is one of the hardest Drake verses I've ever heard.
Like, I haven't heard it.
See? Like, that's what I'm saying. So, yes, I think it got leaked. And then Drake was like, fuck. I don't think it went with his rollout of how this beef was supposed to happen. I think he had certain dates he wanted to do. I think he wanted to come out off rip on DSPs. Because imagine Drake is one away from Michael Jackson, right? From the number one hits. If he releases that on DSPs out of the blue, that shit goes number one, in my opinion. Because it's a fucking diss track by Drake to 30 people.
Yes.
And then now it's like that was ass. I just didn't get that because I thought it was a warning shot. I thought Like That is still the hardest record of the year, period.
Yes.
I thought that was like, yo, come outside and play.
Yeah, no.
And then Drake just gave a slight response. You don't want to come with the haymaker.
No,
You don't.
absolutely not.
What did you think about Push-Ups, by the way?
No, I like that song.
Yes. It wasn't the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. I like it, but I think that one's aged the worst.
Yes.
I think that one's aged the worst out of all the songs. Because despite what people say about Taylor Made, I think the concept is crazy.
The concept.
He's 5 years early on that one.
Yes.
Give that some time. He's early on that one. But Push-Ups has definitely aged the worst. Like that, it has the most whack bars on it. Despite being it's a good song, it has the most play lines on it. And when Kendrick drops Euphoria, it's like, all right, get that shit up. Get those Push-Ups on my face.
And you know, no, that is facts. That's real because, bro, this is nasty work. I went in the bathroom at my job when fucking Kendrick dropped. I had to. I was like, nah, I'm so into the hip hop shit. I'm like, nah. I gotta go listen to this, right?
You gotta be there for it, bro.
Yes. I'm like, all right, let me put the fucking phone to my ear. And off rip when it starts, I was like, all right, this is gonna pick up and it's about to get fucking scary. I was like, he giving the melody right now. He kind of saying, all right, man, we can be peaceful, yada yada. Which I don't believe, by the way. I'll get to that later. And then he just went absolutely ape shit on him. And the weird thing is that with the Taylor Made track, right? Yeah. That to me is probably my least favorite track out of all this. And it's not because and everybody, when he dropped that, everybody loved it. It got probably the best reception outside of Family Matters for anything that he dropped. And it was weird because I hated it. I'm like, bro, I don't want to hear you rapping like Tupac, even though I get it. Like,
the concept is crazy.
Yes, the concept is fantastic. And also, I've said this from the beginning. I don't know if I tweeted it. So if you don't tweet it, that means you never said it.
Yeah,
but
it don't count.
Yeah, it literally is like, yeah, whatever, bro, whatever. I literally think Drake thinks Kendrick is garbage, bro. I know this is crazy.
Oh, that's how it came off. No, that's how it came off.
And I felt that for years. I think Drake gives Kendrick one spin on his record. And it's like, all right, yeah, he ain't fucking with me. I really think he thinks that. And I think we saw that with how he handled this shit.
Yeah, no, he handled this horribly.
Horribly.
But I can't blame him because every time we've seen Drake in war, bro, it's been around and he's convincingly took it, except for the one time with Push. But every time before that, he's been knocking niggas out round one, bro.
Yes.
He ain't got no dexterity. He don't got no stamina, bro.
No. That's the thing. I think also, and this is where Drake is at a lose-lose. I don't give a fuck about the public. I'm not into this whole he lost before it started shit. That's not true. Right. It's not true in a fan's perspective, but from a real perspective, you're going against someone who I've always claimed is up there with Drake. I never said Kendrick was trash. I'm like, yo, no, Kendrick can rap for real. You went against that guy who you had to have known when that shit came out. If your whole diss is about him having a rollout with disses, that was Drake's whole shit. You always talking and you don't talk until you need to drop and you diss. Yeah. Yes. If you know that, motherfucker, take your time with this. Because you out here rushing all this shit and Kendrick does not care basically what you have to say. Because of all the shit he got.
Bro.
No.
You trolling, bro. I mean, of course he probably does. But if we going by the narrative of Kendrick Lamar, he don't see you trolling, my nigga.
No, and he doesn't care. I'm sorry. I don't know these people, but to me, even as a Drake stan, I can easily say I think Drake gets bothered by shit that people say online about him because he references it. Bro, he had a whole song talking about how am I addressing people that don't even pay for their own Wi-Fi on an outro. Like that obviously bothers him. Kendrick has really never addressed the public until it came to why am I not the best right now? Like, why are y'all not crowning me the GOAT? That's the only time he's addressed the public.
Yeah, that's true.
So he don't give a fuck about that.
Good point. He don't, man. And I just thought, and you could tell he was kind of taking a victory lap early with those two. He was kind of victory lapping already because he didn't expect him to respond. I know a lot of people didn't expect Kendrick to respond, but I was like, when I saw that narrative going around, I was on the fence because it's like he does pop out, and then he pops out, gives us something, and then dips until it's time to get an album out. But I don't know, dog. He came kind of crazy on those two tracks, so I was like, I was in the camp that Kendrick needed to respond, and then he didn't. I was like, that's kind of weak.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he didn't respond he had to respond to those two tracks, no matter what we think of them or how badly they've kind of aged. He needed to respond to those tracks at the time. And I think he was pissed off having to see a Rick Ross diss, even though that white boy shit is hilarious.
No, that shit is fun. That shit had me questioning if I could come on a mic and speak about hip hop. I'm like, hold on, wait. Does anybody want to hear me say something? What the fuck's going on? Can I speak about hip hop at work anymore? Because I swear to God, when To Pimp a Butterfly came out, yo, all my black homies started treating me different. They're like, nah. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is up? They're like, nah, we don't need you on this one, man. I'm like, man, fuck off. Yeah, they're like, sit this one out, man. Don't give a review on this one. I'm like, all right, I got you. Y'all tell me how you feel it. So my next point.
That's actually the theme of the beef, kind of. So
yes, it is.
That's what it feels like on Kendrick's side. Like his whole theme was like, nigga, you are black, but you're not black. That's what it felt like.
Yes, and the thing is, I am self-aware enough as a white guy who, by the way, lives with a black woman to know when not to start. I am not the one to sit here and try to make a race debate out of a rap beef. What am I going to do? No, Drake is black, man. Like, what the fuck?
Kind of crazy.
Yes, that's if I was, and I don't even feel that way. Like I'm like, bro, that's black people business. Like, let me stay out the way with that. Like, I'll let them talk about that part. I'm gonna talk about the rhymes. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to me, I thought it was funny how Kendrick kind of came with the culture shit, right? Because in my eyes, I think people are looking at it wrong. I don't think it's like current rappers. I think when Kendrick brought up Pharrell, like what you did at Pharrell, I'll inherit the beef. I think it stems a lot from those type of people, the higher ups, the legends, the solidified people. I think they don't like how he's talking greasy like that and how he moves.
No, it's true. Yeah.
I think that's where it really stemmed from, and not like current rappers going at it.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I think that goes with the case of like Drake came in with something to prove, obviously. And like if people like the youngins won't understand this, but when he came around, it was kind of corny. He was kind of they thought he was corny.
Yes.
And he's look at Drake back then, bro.
Literally look at the comeback season fucking cover art, dog. That's all you got. He is literally the guy with a pea coat, freshly shaven face, out in the snow. He look like he on a college campus asking bitches for hugs. That's what he looks like.
Yeah. That's who came. Look at that dude and look at him now and how far he's come. And like, he's earned it.
Yes.
For sure. He's put in the work for it. But it still feels like he has something to prove, bro. It's like I don't know. I think he still feels like he has something to prove. But it's like you don't gotta prove that no more, bro. The music speaks for itself. It
does. That's what I'm saying. And the thing is like the Nothing Was the Same album to me, when he's talking about they talking to me like I'm the little homie, I'm the big homie, dog. That was the coming out party of like, nah, I'm not y'all's little homie. I got my own lane. I'm one of the best. I am the best, whatever he wants to say. And then it is, bro, he's almost 40 and I don't give a fuck about the content of his raps. That's what he lives. But I'm talking about how he's still rapping like he has something to prove, but then will double back and say, y'all can't fuck with me. I'm right next to MJ. I'm like, bro, yes. Like, what are we doing? And by the way, I still love Drake. He's still my favorite rapper, but I'm not scared to call out the flaws with bars or like what he's talking about or even the corny shit that he does. I'm corny. That's why I love Drake. What the fuck?
No, facts.
Like, I don't care. So my other question was, like, out of all this, and it's a simple question, and tell me why, like, if it really, like, because when I talk about Drake music, sometimes I go into like this rabbit hole of just like, man, I love this song because of this, this, and this. What was your favorite song from this diss or these disses?
I'm gonna say Euphoria.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's probably one of the best warning shots I've ever heard.
The fact that is a warning shot, bro. Oh my god,
it's crazy. It felt like he really got him the fuck out of there.
Yes, off rip.
It really felt like he got him. If this wasn't Drake, and you can say the same for Drake and Family Matters, if any of those tracks are against anyone that isn't them,
they don't respond.
They don't respond. You get a lot of niggas the fuck out of there.
Yes, you get your PR team out there on Twitter immediately. You're like, yo, save face right now. Like, literally.
Yeah, bro. Apologize or something. Yeah. So for me, it's Euphoria. I feel like he told them to come with the 3 switches.
Mm-hmm.
He came with the 3 switches first. And then when Drake does it after him, like, imagine if Drake came with the 3 switches first, bro. Like Kendrick asked for it. That shit would have been crazy.
Yes.
But Kendrick comes out with the 3 switches first. And dog. It's humor. Like, he's doing Drake shit on that while maintaining like himself. Because it's witty, it's humor. Like, you might pop ass with him. If this nigga Drake has the awareness of a fucking goldfish, because how do you drop with Sexy Red after that? Nigga just dropped the song with Sexy Red. If you look in the comics of that shit,
they killing him. They killing him. And the thing is that that's a great point. And by the way, to answer my own question, obviously because I'm on the Drake side of things, and he's my favorite artist, seeing him perform at that level on Family Matters, nothing's gonna top that for me, right? Yeah. Like, his performance on that song, whether you love him, hate him, whatever, even the all-time Kendrick or the Drake haters like Cobb and Dragonfly Jones on Twitter were like, yo, Drake went crazy, right? And with Euphoria, I think Euphoria to me is the best diss out of the whole shit. Like, the song itself, without being a diss, is one of the most entertaining songs. Like, it takes you on this fucking road of like, yo, what the fuck is going on the whole time?
Yeah. You quite literally feel him like warming up through the whole song because everything gets more scathing. And it don't feel like 6 minutes.
Yes,
it don't feel like 6 minutes go by.
No, that's the thing. I'm like, the scary part as a Drake fan, because by the way, I like to see my GOAT get punched in his face.
Facts. You got to sometimes.
Like, if you're a Floyd Mayweather fan, it's probably cool. It's probably cool to be a Floyd Mayweather fan. But I want to see my GOAT get socked in his mouth and get up. Like, what?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So when yes, and the Euphoria song was just like, after 7 minutes, I was terrified because I go, hold on. He hadn't even said nothing.
No.
Like, I mean, as in like personals, as in like the black features, you ain't black enough. Like, that's a dope line, but he ain't even digging deep yet. I was like, bro, he literally has the metal detector on the grass and has not started digging.
Yeah, that's why it's super consistent throughout, and it's not in that dark range yet. So it's like it's fun. You know what I mean? It's fun, and it meets that nice medium of like, yeah, you're a bad dad. You pop ass with girls.
Yeah.
You're competing with women, nigga. Like, it's the light jabs like that you expect from like what Drake does to niggas, and that's what I love Drake is when he's
sassy,
slapping niggas in the
yeah, he's sassy as fuck.
Like how he got ASAP out of there.
Like,
Jesus Christ.
you cannot call my wife by your fucking dog
Y'all
name.
little joke names, yeah,
Yeah,
dog.
fam, don't call her friend. Her name is Rihanna. You know her name, bitch. Like, come on, bro. Like, the way he got them out of there. Or like when he told Weeknd, yo shit get played in gay clubs.
When they got more fries, dog.
Like, that shit is funny as fuck. And that's what was funny to me about it. Sounds corny and shit, but as a fan of these artists, you kind of want to know them as a person. And I'm a fan of Kendrick.
A lot of personality.
And I think that's the thing with Drake is why he's open to so many shots is that he's the most accessible, massive star that we've probably ever seen. He's accessible. He's out and about. He's tweeting. He's on the socials. Like, he's doing all that. I don't know nothing about Kendrick other than his album cover. Like, oh, he had 2 kids. I didn't even know he had 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still hadn't seen. And it's not like I'm looking for a picture of these people's babies. That's fucking weird. But I'm like, I didn't even know J. Cole had children until he rapped about it.
Yeah.
Drake got his shit exposed with a blackface cover art, and yo, you try to use your kid for a fucking Adidas run. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It was just cool to see Kendrick be funny.
Yeah.
Bro, the Crody shit? What?
I didn't know he had humor like that.
Dude, I was cracking up when I heard it, and that's when I knew I kind of was. I know I have the mind to like talk about hip hop, but once again, as a white guy, I know that it isn't like something I could be a main topic of on my podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I heard that.
You know what I'm saying? And then, but when I see this shit and people aren't getting bars that I got off rip, and it's 4 hours after the diss, like, oh my God, he said, I'm like, fam, all right, I can talk about this shit very confidently. I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would say Euphoria and Family Matters. I mean, those are 2 of the best songs we might hear all year, and like that. I mean, dude, 3 of the best songs out of probably the whole year we got from A Beef.
Yeah.
It's like the 90s
crazy.
again.
That shit is crazy.
It's incredible to say that.
When you really think about it. Like, these niggas are killing each other through the music.
Yes.
And they all slaps.
All slaps. So this is the real key topic, like I saw on Twitter.
Yeah.
What did you think about the Heart Part 6? Like,
be real.
you can go through the cringe bars and all that shit. That's fine with me. I just want to know, did you think he was waving the white flag on that shit? Like, honestly, when you heard it.
On first listen, yeah, because he went on that whole 1-minute ass monologue at the end. I was like,
yes.
all right, you yapping now.
Yes.
And that's what made me feel like, I was like, oh yeah, he's done. Because I think if you go back, you can see one of my tweets after listening. I was like, so basically he bowing out. But after giving it some more listens, it's not a white flag. He's like, I'll see you when I see you, and that's quite obvious that like if you drop, I'll be there. But I don't, buddy. I wouldn't respond to nothing Kendrick do. Like, I believe he got them 10 songs.
Yes, that's the thing. I do too. But to me, if I'm Drake, right? I obviously come out more aggressive on that. But as a Drake fan, I have to ask the shitty Twitter question.
Yeah.
How does Drake respond to everything that was said about him by Kendrick, right?
Yeah.
And it's corny, it's lame, and he's waving the white flag. But Kendrick just got told, even if it's a lie, once again, I don't care about lies. Hey, your fucking manager who you started your own label with is your fucking son's dad, right? And you beat your woman.
I hear you.
And he didn't have to. It's not like I want him to come out and go like, I don't hit Whitney and have like a Bobby Brown flip. I don't need that. But it's just like, I thought it was weird that it did feel like the socials, the Twitters and all that. It was to me a lot of anti-Drake. Bro, the emo kid at my fucking job, dead ass real person. The emo person at my fucking job don't even listen to rap, and it's talking about Kendrick killed Drake. Motherfucker, shut up.
What would you know?
Yeah, like, why? Why do you hate Drake? because somebody on Facebook made a joke one time you thought was funny. You know what I'm saying? And the thing with Kendrick fans, I thought it showed what I was talking about earlier, how everything is like this deep. Oh my God, every bar he spits has 12 meanings to it.
Yeah, it's like the you need a degree to listen to J. Cole.
Yeah, it's like that's real to me. It's like, okay, but like when Drake said, you always rapping like you trying to get the slaves freed, right? And the way Kendrick flipped it is hard, right?
Hard as hell.
Yo, Atlanta, we had slaves, like crazy shit that he did. It's dope when Kendrick says it. When it's on my timeline and you're giving me a think piece, when I've seen this joke for the last fucking 15 years about Kendrick, it becomes a think piece in the public, and that's the thing. If we went track for track, this is when I like to talk about rap beef, because everything in the moment with how many songs these motherfuckers were dropping, I thought it was funny when Drake said, "You really kind of running this into the fucking ground." When he said that on Hard Part 6, he like, God damn, bro. Like, we hadn't got to take a. He like, I hadn't slept in fucking 2 weeks because you keep dropping. Like, will you take a breath, bro? Like, what the fuck? Like, I thought that was funny as hell because rap beef is so reactionary, and perception always becomes reality. So it's like during the beef, when Drake drops Family Matters, dog, we didn't even get to break the lyrics down. Like we didn't even get to have the double entendres when he was talking about you like gin in your juice because his wife's Norwegian. Like, and when he says, I want to talk to your uncle, everybody's like, oh, he's talking about his manly auntie. I took that as, yo, I'm trying to talk to Snoop face to face because that's your OG. You got OGs. I'm the OG. Like, that's how I took that.
Yeah, that's a crazy. That's actually I didn't pick that up like that. I thought it was the uncle, the auntie turned uncle.
Yeah, to me it was like, a double on. He like, nah, I just talked to you from Snoop's perspective. Now I'm trying to talk to your fucking OG who crowned you on stage. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's the head of the West Coast. Like, that's who he wants to talk to. Like, we didn't even get to break that shit down. And to me, when Meet the Grams comes out, by the way, when I heard that in my house the first time, I dead ass, I went, okay, he stepped on this, but that song, like how dark it is and the tone, and just like if you look at it from a musical perspective,
killed the mood.
It's wicked. Yes, it's wicked.
Killed the mood.
Absolutely. He like, oh, you turning up, let me turn you down, and let's get dark. I didn't really like Meet the Grams, and it's not because he was breaking down my goat and his family and shit. I just thought sonically it wasn't my vibe. Like, honestly.
No, I get that.
You get what I'm saying? I'm not hating on the song. I get what he was doing. He could have put out anything to combat Drake on Family Matters. And the thing is, with Kendrick, anything he puts out is going to have substance, is going to have bars, is going to have whatever you need. But anything he put out to step on that would have done the deed, in my opinion. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like it was so skewed at that point.
Yes.
In Kendrick's favor that he really could have dropped anything and it would have just stepped on Family Matters.
Exactly.
And, this nigga Drake had the music video ready. That was his
nuke.
People talk about that. That was definitely his nuke because he got a music video. You have the good kid, man.
Yo, not to interrupt. Fam, why the fuck were the 20-year-old stands talking about just wait till he pushes the red button? Bitch, what do you think a 7-minute diss saying a man is a woman beater and his manager is his fucking kid's son? Or his kid's... What else could you have? What else could he have? Is what I was saying.
It shows in the hard part 6 because he doubles down on that point.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Double down quick.
He doubled down on that point, the hard part 6, because what else can he this nigga Kendrick is boring, bro.
Yes. Like,
what else could you say?
Nothing. And that's why I thought Kendrick's bars are just like, and that's when, to me, once again, I like talking about rap beef weeks after it happens, because if you're a real hip hop fan, you're still going back and listening. So exactly, me too. And then you start dissecting what Kendrick was saying, and you're like, dog, the Twitter theories are true. It felt like he wrote this out. Like it was prophetic. Like it was kind of crazy. And the one thing I will push against, and I want to ask you, and maybe you don't know or don't have an opinion on it. I have a theory that hip hop beefs have never stayed hip hop, right? Because even I don't know if you remember this, and you may not. This is almost 10 years ago. Tory Lanez and Joyner Lucas went into a friendly combat, right?
Yeah.
They did this rap battle. And you know what I got out of that? Because he was like, let's be friendly. And what I got out of that was after the second diss, right? The second diss, I found out that Tory Lanez had Beijing, or whatever the fuck that shit is called, where they put it on your head and make you a fake hairline, the Carlos Boozer shit, was leaking down his face from eating pussy. That's what I got from a friendly combat. So I don't believe in this keep it friendly. Do you think Kendrick would have kept it hip hop? And how do you keep it just bars? I don't understand how you can keep it that way.
Dog, I'm gonna be real. I actually think with these two, I think they could have kept it hip hop. I didn't think it had to get where it was so fast because it got that fast in like 3 days.
It took 2 days for this shit to be like, nah, I'm sweeping the street with this shit. That's what's crazy. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And that's why I was combating those opinions, because on the track that Kendrick is like, keep it hip hop, bro. We can be friendly. This is a good exhibition. Yada yada. I don't think if someone came at you, right, Carlos? Yeah. They come at you for dating a woman out of your race, saying you ain't black enough, all that stuff. To me, I wouldn't know because I'm not black, but to me, that is not keeping it hip hop. And that was the warning shot. That's my point. On the warning shot, he like, you ain't black. You twist your hair in cornrows, and then you get all the underground artists to hype you up that are black. Like, I got that, but I'm like, fam, it's already personal.
But Drake took it there first. Come on.
Oh, no. I am not. No, I'm not even. No, I'm not saying. But the thing is, to me, Kendrick was like, nah, this is my warning shot, and I'm letting you know, keep it hip hop. And he did keep it hip hop. I'm not saying Drake didn't go there first, but I want. What did Drake say? What did Drake say that didn't keep it hip hop? To me, because he was teasing his shoe size, he was teasing his fucking contract. I don't know what he said prior to Euphoria. To me, I could be missing and you could say something. I would be like, "Oh yeah, you're right."
It was that bodyguard like with Whitney, bro.
Oh my god, damn it! This fucker always mentions somebody's wife.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm telling you, if he keeps that bar out of there, I swear they could have kept it hip hop a little bit longer.
I swear they
could have.
And you know what? I thought it was very interesting, because I thought after everybody thought the beef was over, right? After Not Like Us came out. Yeah. You know what I thought that it was gonna happen? I literally heard Not Like Us. I go, that is a hit record. I'm not hating on the track. I go, yo, Drake can come back from that. As in, he can come out with a hit. He can come out with another diss track and see if Kendrick can keep really going. But I thought it would turn into what we all thought. Like, we kind of don't. We say we don't want scandalous shit and rap beef. I don't know why we say that, because we love that shit. We eat that shit. I love it. Fam, I watch URL like every 2 weekends. These motherfuckers talking about you fucked a trans woman. Your wife fucked me and my crew 10 years ago. Like, that's the shit I love. I love that shit. I really thought it was going to transition into a bar for bar battle, if you want me to be honest. Yeah, if something happened out of the Heart Part 6, but once again, I think the Heart Part 6 got kind of taken as a white flag by the public off rip, so everybody said the beef is over. And in my head, I swear Drake was ready to go, because I tweeted instantly when I heard that. I go, y'all don't want to hear my opinion on Heart Part 6. Because you want to hear my opinion? I don't think I tweeted my actual opinion.
I didn't see the actual opinion. I saw you say, Y'all don't want to hear my opinion on this one.
Yes. Do you want to hear my opinion? Honestly, and I might get killed, and you can laugh at me and troll me, bro. I thought it was the first time Drake made a move that made Kendrick think, because he was like, "Yo, how about you address some shit? You can kill the pedo bars and all that you want, but with the flip flop on Drake, it's he has to address it. If he addresses it, there is no way."
There's no good way to address that.
No, there's
he
not.
Addressed it the worst way possible.
Well, that's the thing.
I'm too famous to do that stuff, and it's like, how many examples, bro?
That was so. That song alone, right? That at the end of the beef, it's so funny how the end. It starts from the beginning with the end. If you get what I'm saying, an unthought out, it seemed like he didn't even proofread that diss.
Yeah, no, his niggas hate him.
Bro, and that's like, bro, 40. Tell him to switch a bar. Like, the Mr. Morale shit to me, where he's talking about you got molested, I'm going to have to edit that out the pod. But with that, everybody took it as a misstep or whatever. I took it as the Drake fan. Like, I get what he's saying. He could have kind of delved into that. I felt like even just the whole thing, the whole disses, all of this comes down to there was things Drake said, right? Where me as a fan, I was like, bro, you could kick that angle or that situation 6 more times for 6 more bars. Why are you not going more in depth? Go in depth.
A lot of angle on the table.
Yes, like
you left a lot of angles on the table.
I was praying for Drake to come with the angle that I've said, bro, I have kept the lights on in this industry. If you can have the torch if you want it. If I think I'm the GOAT, you can have this torch. Yeah. I want to see what you do with it, because I think the flame goes out. And Drake is that good of a rapper to do that. Yeah. I don't know why he didn't do it. But the Heart Part 6, god damn, I wish it would have been different. Because there's, once again, the pedo bars, they are what they are. They are. He could have simply said one bar to it. Yeah. He could have just said, no, I am not. Literally, I am not guilty of that. And move on and start getting aggressive. Because once you're on the defensive in a rap beef, you are.
He even has a bar on the "you won't see Drake on no sex offender list." Like, he could have kept it there, and that could have been it. That's it.
And then get at his ass. Go at his ass. Like, go at him. Because that beat had a dark tone to it. When the beat,
that shit was gritty.
Yes, when the beat came on, if you take all the lyrics out, off rip, I literally sat up in my seat, because after Not Like Us came out, I was like, listen, this song is a hit. I did not know it would go number 1, by the way.
Yeah. Still going too, by the way.
It's still running. And I think people are all these fucking Twitter videos of people at a goddamn random concert in North Dakota not vibing to Not Like. Bitch, we don't care about North Dakota. Motherfucker, the West Coast is crip walking on Drake's grave right now. I hate to tell you, we don't want to hear from the Arkansas fans of Not Like Us. Like, I hate to tell you. Like, and the West Coast is running this bitch every day. Like, I understand it, but when that beat came on, I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh shit. He might get dark.
He went dark on that one. He did the Kendrick of changing the mood.
Yes.
I feel like it was just far too late.
And it flopped. It was just like, ugh. Like, he had an opportunity to really punch back in the fight there. To me, he had a chance he could have punched back and kind of went a whole different route with it, but he didn't. He didn't.
There's like, and I'm not one of the people that blindly hate the Hard Part 6, but it's like, there's some shit in there that he went crazy on.
Yes.
That fucking, when I hit you back, it'll be a lot safer. I was like, Jesus.
Hard. He was really rapping on there, for real. That shit.
When you gotta defend PDF files, the PDF stuff, bro.
Yes, bro.
He got put in a situation, and even if it's not true, and I don't think Drake is a PDF file, bro, but there's just too many instances of just you being a little too weird.
That's the thing too.
And the angle lands perfectly.
Exactly.
It just lands perfectly.
Yes, because that has been and I don't like the whole I want to say this, by the way. I had to explain this to my friend the other day. One of my best friends on the planet. Bruh, just because I retweet something does not mean I am agreeing with the take. Dog, I don't agree. I think it's funny somebody would say something that's stupid or whatever. Right. But I hate the whole Twitter is writing your replies. The bar is hard by Drake because I get it. But, and by the way, Buried Alive interlude kind of got put under the ground when he released it because it came out on Instagram. I thought that shit was hard too. But I don't care about the Twitter jokes, bro. What else are they gonna say? Yes, we heard all this shit on the timeline, bro. It is more powerful when a elite rapper is saying that shit.
Yes.
Why are we worried about what the TL is saying during a rap beef? It is when the way Kendrick was saying it, the way Drake didn't really say anything on the timeline because once again we don't know nothing about Kendrick. But the way Kendrick was articulating and delving into these topics that were on the timeline is different than you tweeting a joke, bro. I hate to tell you, I hate that narrative.
Yeah, I saw that narrative, girl. I just ignored that shit.
Me too, and that's I know what to ignore and shit at this age. But if this rap beef happened in give me 2016. Oh my god, I'm at school losing fights left and right. What the fuck? Kendrick one didn't fight me. That's what I was on when I was 17. Like, yes, it would have been.
It's a fun thing I think about. Like, I thought about. I was like, damn, if this beef happens earlier, and like Drake is still like pure to the audience, I think that goes super differently.
Yes,
I think it goes super differently.
Yes, that's the whole thing.
That happens earlier.
If this is coming off,
mustard on him right now.
Yes, I mean, if this beef happens when Drake drops The Language on Nothing Was the Same, off to me his best album he's ever made. This beef goes a whole different way, and I think there's a whole different category of this beef where if Drake drops, I don't know, the first 2 parts of Family Matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
they think back then.
Yes.
That shit is damning back then.
Yes, so if we're like in this beef today, if Drake drops the first 2 parts where he's dissing everybody and does like the first part to me is so underwhelming.
Of Family Matters.
Yeah, it's like he wasn't saying shit.
He was second verse.
That shit is. That's the whole thing, though. Why didn't he use that beat to get at Kendrick? Because when he found that pocket, every 4th bar, I was like, oh my, I was literally screaming in the house. I was like, oh my god, he's going nuts. Like if he releases the first 2 parts, right? Yeah. And it's just like this bullshit. It felt like he was just trying to find out how to rhyme words to get to the point where he said "day free." That's what it seemed like he was doing, right?
That's what it felt like.
It literally the whole time. That's what it felt like. And then he drops "Meet the Grams" after that. Kendrick does, right?
Yeah. What? That second part comes after that.
If fucking Kendrick is open his mouth, if that comes after "Meet the Grams," I think this beef turns a whole new narrative. We can't talk in what ifs, but I'm just saying, like,
it's just fun. It's fun to shadow box.
Yes, it is fun to talk about that because I think the beef goes a whole new way, and we might still be not in beef with how they were making diss songs, but we might still just now be coming off a week break from the beef right now. I really believe that.
No, that's true. Yeah, but hey, man, that was his nuke.
It was, and he dropped it, and
it got stepped up. I just don't understand how he doesn't think. Because there's no way he thinks Euphoria and 616 is all Kendrick has, dog. No way he thought that.
Kendrick was yelling at him, fam. This is not all that I have. Please, God.
Yeah.
There is caution tape. I bought the caution tape fucking a month ago, okay? I'm about to start rolling it out on you. That's literally what that was to me. And when he said, OVO is working for me, I said, oh no.
God.
And you know what's funny is, other than the album cover art, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, from an employee that works at that hotel who this random certified Jared guy fucking exposes, right? These Drake stands are in fucking PIs. They are insane with the investigative work. Other than that, there was nothing confirmed to me that Kendrick had a mole in Drake's camp. Because on Meet the Grams, he's just going after Drake and Drake and Drake. He's just going at his personality and what he stands for, what he doesn't stand for. There was nothing in those songs that made me think Kendrick had a mole. Nothing at all.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's true.
And I was just like, bruh, what the fuck? I just didn't like how the beef. It was like we fast forwarded. To me, it is the most anticipated. I tweeted this months ago. It is the most.
That shit came and went.
Bro, like, we could have had. And hip hop is already running 2024, right?
Yeah.
And it's been running music for a long time, but the publicity that it's been getting, the music that is coming out, like those two Future albums, bro, those albums are incredible.
Crazy. Yeah.
Like, for real, he shot like 80% from the field with 40 songs. And it's that's scary.
That's insane. In today's era, that's insane.
That's wild. And a guy like Future who has fucking 72 mixtapes and 12 albums to still make music at that level is incredible. Yeah. Underrated. Anyways. But the way that they fast forwarded through this beef kind of pissed me off. Because they hit different. Yes, they hit different when, like me, I like looking at genius, but in beefs, I kind of don't, because the fun in hip hop is finding the crossword puzzle, bro. That's what I want to do.
Absolutely.
I want to find the Sudoku puzzle by myself. I don't want somebody to break it down for me, because some of them motherfuckers on Genius are stupid as shit, by the way. They don't even know what the fuck. Like, they're just pulling shit out of their ass. I didn't like how we didn't even get to break down, like, dog, I was breaking down Euphoria like 4 days after there's 3 tracks that dropped.
Yeah, no, that's true. And they're still sitting Euphoria too, by the way.
Yes! Dude.
That shit is crazy.
Yo, me and my girl went back because I was like, yo, all this Kill Bill shit, it was so funny because I swear to God, it was a genuine, we saw Elma Thurman, where the fuck her name is. That's the actress in Kill Bill, tweet Drake with a jacket. And me and my girl sat down and watched Kill Bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, there is a point in the movie. This actually happened. I was mind blown. And I just started talking about rap beef in the middle of a movie, and she got pissed. He talks about how this dart makes you tell the truth, and it feels like euphoria.
Oh my God.
And it clicked in my brain. While this scene is going on, I go, this is a fucking Kendrick reference? That's how deep this is? This is crazy. Yeah, that's that little shit that I was breaking down post beef. Like, I was off the beef after basically it toned down after Heart Part 6. I was off of it, and we ended up watching this movie like 5 days after that, and I saw that.
And there's still shit to unpack, bro.
Yes, it's like a Wayne song you heard on No Ceilings from fucking however long ago that was. You're like, oh shit, what? He said that? I didn't even know when I was in middle school. Like, that's that shit.
Yeah, man, that's why Euphoria is that's my favorite. That's my favorite. Like, and I won't say it's not even close, but that's my favorite by a pretty big margin, because that nigga got active on that one.
That song, there is at no point in that song where I get bored. Like, my eyebrows were duct taped to the top of my forehead that whole song. Like, I was like, what? Like, my eyes are wide open. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I love that song.
And to give Drake his props, I didn't know that I wanted to listen to 7 minutes of current Drake do his thing, you know?
See,
if for people that have heard his discography, like,
recently.
Recently, it's just like,
Yeah,
like,
whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll see what you do here. You'll have a few good bars. And that's what's funny. The dichotomy with us is that's how you feel about Drake. And me, when I see 7 minutes of Drake, I'm like, bitch, tap me in. You know what I'm saying? So the final question before we get out of here, what do you think? Because I do think Kendrick is coming out with an album. I don't think that shit is fake. What do you think is like the aftermath of the beef? Because to me, I feel like these two guys are still at the same level they're at, and I don't see anything happening to either one. To be honest.
Yeah, no, and that's the best. I think the best part of this is like,
yes, nobody turned into Meek. Like, Meek's career dead ass ended. Yes, Job fucking ended up at a Fire Fest, bro. Like, what are we doing?
So I think that's the best part about it, and like obviously, like, well, we society nowadays, we gonna forget the allegations in a few months. If we being real, we gonna forget that any of this shit was said. But I mean, for Drake, you see what he doing. Like, I'm sure he got more shit. I'm sure he gonna roll out with something. I'll give it a listen, of course. Kendrick, I mean, this is the time to, if you got an album, bro, this is the time to drop it. You white hot right now. Niggas want more.
Yeah, and this is the whole thing with Kendrick, right? He's in a light. Yes, people who love hip hop and are hip hop fans, and even people outside of hip hop love Kendrick. Kendrick is a superstar, period.
Yes.
But I think Kendrick has funneled in some casual listeners of hip hop. I want to see, and I'm not holding him to this or going to criticize him if he doesn't. I want to see if he stays on brand, on topic, with this spotlight on him. And I want to see if he talks about the same issues, if he talks about, the shit he talks about. If you listen to Kendrick's music,
that's a good question.
You get what I'm saying? Like, or is he going to try to drop bops and gain superstardom, like real superstardom out of this? I want to know that part. I really do. I don't know how you feel about that, because to me, Kendrick is Kendrick, and I think he will.
I think he'll stay. I think he's gonna stay in his lane.
Yes, and he's gonna give us a mix of both. I think he's gonna give us a damn type record again. I think he's gonna give us bangers, bangers, bangers. But within those bangers, he is giving you fucking Compton fucking tales, bro. Fairy tales of Compton. It's fucking crazy what he does.
It, bro. I need it.
Me too, fam. I love Kendrick. That's why I wanted this beef to happen for so long, because I knew in my heart of hearts, other than the last 2 years, by the way, I'm not going to get into this J. Cole shit because it pissed me off. I think J. Cole would have washed both these motherfuckers, bro. And I think they both performed at an elite level. I really do. Like, this was crazy. This was incredible. This rap beef was amazing. I think J. Cole comes in and goes, bro, J. Cole dropped his warning shot and had people questioning Kendrick Lamar's discography.
That's true. And on a disc where he sounded half-hearted on it a little bit.
He didn't even want to do it. This is like when you gotta beat your homie up because he like texted your girl. You're like, fam, I don't even want to fuck you up right now. And you hit him a couple of times, his nose started bleeding, you kind of stop. Like, that's what I mean. I just felt like J. Cole went crazy.
Damn, and I know we on the last question, but
no, you good. Hey, bro, we got all day. I don't want to hold you too long. You got a baby and shit.
Yeah, I know. I do think if Cole's in the mix, does it stay hip hop? I don't know if I want to learn about J. Cole like that.
I don't want to know anything about J. Cole like that. Yo, that is an amazing question. If Kendrick started divulging into all the shit he knows and the shit J. Cole has talked about, cheating on his wife and stop cheating and all that, Kendrick come out.
The bones they would have dug up on him.
Oh,
I don't know if I want to know, dog. That would have broke my heart, bro.
Yes.
Like, not you too, bro.
No. Everybody's a piece of shit. What the fuck? How? I will say this. My endpoint with Drake is I think I had this theory. It doesn't matter if he drops in 6 months, a year, whenever he drops again.
Right.
Whenever Drake takes accountability for all this shit Kendrick talked about, right?
Yeah.
On wax, not in real life. Drake is probably the most peaceful human in the world. He's probably a nice guy. Like, we don't know this guy.
He's a goofball, bro.
Yes.
For better or worse.
Like, everybody who talks about Drake has great things to say about Drake. You know what I'm saying? But anytime he decides to have his 444 album, right?
That's gonna be crazy. That's what I'm waiting for, man.
It's gonna be crazy, but I have a fear that it will be accredited to Kendrick.
Yeah.
And that's what Kendrick kind of implanted in our brains now. It's like, oh, Kendrick told you to fess up to these things, told you to take accountability for these things. So any bar Drake has about those things, somebody gonna tweet the fucking 10-second clip of a Meet the Grams fucking rap every time. I'm gonna be
That's
pissed.
what the rap beef is for, bro.
Yes.
That's what the rap beef is for.
I always said this. Rap beef is to plant chips that never go away in your brain for a certain person. That's what it is for.
I would be lying if I said I didn't look at Drake just a tiny bit more different.
I'm a stan and I do. I am a stan and I do.
You are almost 40, bro.
Yes. But I said that on For All the Dogs. I was like, yo, I'm at the point in my life where I wanted my favorite artists to grow with me. And artists grow differently. Artists are growing 5 years behind because they live a whole different lifestyle, right? So when he hit 35, I felt like I wanted another Nothing Was the Same. Like, bro, Nothing Was the Same is literally a album about Drake's insecurities of not feeling like he feels like he's the GOAT, but isn't treated like it.
It's
Why?
a very mature album.
Yes, and that was fucking literally 10 years ago.
Crazy to think about.
Drake has to come out and kind of talk about, like, the thing is, Drake has gone so far down this hole of making hits and talking about bitches and all this
That's
shit.
his brand, but at this point, it's just his brand, bro.
Yes, it's your brand. So now
it's gonna be growing pains.
Yeah, because now he's thinking. Because the best point I heard was, hey, there's a 20-year-old that was 20 when Drake came out. There's a 20-year-old right now that just heard Drake. There's a 30-year-old that was 15 when Drake came out. So he's with every demographic, really. But you can't sway away from the youth as much as people think. Because if we don't know what Drake's ultimate goal is also. We don't. We don't know if he wants to be the GOAT. He probably, the thing is, I hate to tell y'all, whether he loses 12 more rap beefs, Drake is going to think he's the greatest rapper ever.
And he's earned the right.
Yes. And you don't know what his goal is, like I said. You don't know if he wants to have that number one spot over Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You don't know what his end goal is, so we can't say, yo, you need to do this. Because right now, if Drake went and released the 444, he is getting one spin from kids in their fucking 20s. Period.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He is getting one spin. And then he's scared of losing a fan base too. That's what I hate about Drake. He's scared of losing this a portion of this massive fan base.
Yeah, dog. Like it's crazy because he really has done it all, and it's like I feel like he's afforded to. And he tries different things. I'm one of the people that actually like that fucking honestly never mind shit. So like
I love that album. I love it.
People shit on it. We gotta have a talk about this
another time. Yeah.
Another time. But I'm down for that shit. But but when you get to the top, you get so paranoid about staying there that it's like I can't afford to lose fucking Bob from Oklahoma.
Dude,
you know what I mean? Like,
that's Drake's whole bars on fucking For All the Dogs is saying, I don't want to lose this shit, man. Dog, you're not losing nothing. You're literally the biggest artist in the world, bro. People listen to you over Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
That just goes back to the earlier point of this dude still think he has something to prove, bro.
And he shouldn't. It's awful.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Well, so for clarification, you think Kendrick won the beef? No, I'm playing. Just...
So, hell yeah, back on your ass like, oh no, Drake got him.
No, I'll never be that guy. Well, Carlos, this was actually really fucking fun. And if I have hip hop discussions again, which I will, I think I'm trying to get into that as like a smaller segment on the pod. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I would definitely give you a text, a call, all that. That was amazing. That was a fun ass conversation. So thank you for coming out, bro. I really do appreciate it.
Hey, anytime, man.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate it. Was nervous at first, but it didn't even feel like an hour went by.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I told you gotta warm up a little bit. It's all good. Hey man, go love on your wife, go love on your child, man. I love you, man. Have a good one.
Love you too, brother. Take
Yes,
care.
Sir. That's the end of the podcast, man. I'm out. What do I do? So y'all like, subscribe, comment. That was fun. I know that ain't for my crowd, my sports crowd. I'm coming back with the Heat video. I'm coming back with the Western Conference video. Man, I'm out here, man. Dude.